Good morning, Spartans. Happy Monday, May 22nd. Again, I am out of the building. Actually, I'm out of the building today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, so I will not see you guys this week. I will see you next week. Remember, Friday we have an early release, so we do not have class. But again, I'm out of the building for golf. My apologies. Today, we'll briefly talk about agents of socialization. This was the assignment that you guys did last week for today. And then you guys will finish up the chapter 4 reading guide on the processes of socialization, which is kind of fitting for where you guys are in life. You're getting ready to leave school, leave high school, leave Inver Grove, kind of go out on your own. So you're going to be going through this process of desocialization and resocialization. You're undoubtedly experiencing something called anticipatory socialization. That's what you guys will read about for our homework assignment today. But let's get into it. Last week I gave you this assignment where you were looking at the most important agents of socialization depending on the time period of one's life. So we had childhood, adolescence, transitional adulthood, middle years, and old age. This was the document you are, again, supposed to order from most important to least important, the agents of socialization. There's going to be some variance here on your answers, especially if we were to look at childhood, right? Are we talking childhood as, the moment you come into the world? Are we looking at childhood more from a perspective of being in a grade school age? Because of that, we're going to see some variance here as to what is the most important agents of socialization. Is it family, is it school, or is it peer group? We'll see a lot of variances here, and none of them are more right or more wrong than the other, as long as we have a pretty solid reason to have those agents listed where they are. A lot of this is going to be opinion based. It's going to be reflective of what was most important to you when you were a child or when you were an adolescent, and you're all right here now, adulthood transitional. Um, your biggest influences, could be your family, could be your peer groups, could be social or mass media, could be any of these things. So looking forward to reading through those. Hopefully, those were able to be completed last week. You've got them submitted. I would like to see them, see what your thoughts are on that. But the rest of the day, you're knocking out the rest of chapter 14. So this should be turned in on the 24th. I have it mislabeled on the agenda. I'll get that fixed. But this chapter 4 reading guide should be done by the 24th. And I'll talk about desocialization, resocialization, and anticipatory socialization in the video on Wednesday. But then the rest of the week, you guys are watching a video, The Shawshank Redemption. I'll have that posted. I should have it posted by Tuesday night, I think, at the latest. But that's what you guys will work on the rest of the week. And then we're only a week or two out. I did post the rest of the schedules, the rest of the weeks before the end of the school year. So on Tuesday next week, when we come back from Memorial Day weekend, we'll start talking end of the year process, how I'm going to get your books back, when you're going to do your test. We'll kind of do a little check-in on the Shawshank Redemption. Make sure you guys have that finished. We'll kind of wrap everything up next week on Thursday, and then I'll open up your final. Your final exam will be published on Friday, even though we don't have class. If you wanted to take it on Friday, you could. But if it is done, if your final is completed by Monday, June 5th, that would earn you extra credit. We will not have any synchronous classes that last week in June, the last week of the year. Our last week of meeting will be next week. Unfortunately, I will be in class both Tuesday and Thursday next week to kind of wrap up with you guys. So you've got the agent of socialization worksheet. If you haven't already completed it, that should get turned in here pronto. Then you have the chapter 4 reading guide to finish for class on Wednesday, but ahead of watching the movie The Shawshank Redemption. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you got outside and enjoyed the beautiful weather this weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Go Spartans.